Good evening and welcome to the debut of high school basketball for boys basketball in the 2022-2023 season. Tonight we come to you like Tuesday night in girls basketball from Bryan, Ohio, as we're ready for a boys collision tonight. It's an all Williams County matchup tonight on opening night for both these teams. It's the Edgerton Bulldogs and the Bryan Golden Bears, a pair of second-year head coaches in charge of these programs. Brock Homeyer for Bryan and Brett Grieser for Edgerton. This is the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show. Happy to have you with us here on this Friday night. Bryan, a basketball team that won just one game last year. They defeated Fairview, and that came on January 22nd. They went 1-21 in the rookie year of head coach Brock Homeyer. 6 lettermen return to the Bryan team and to the fold this year for the Golden Bears. Meanwhile, for Edgerton, a little bit better year last year. They went 6-17. They were, however, winless in the GMC when they were 0-7. However, the Bulldogs do return 4 senior starters to the lineup here tonight. So a lot of questions coming into tonight, and we're going to start to get a few answers here and there for both of these teams. We'll keep you updated on other boys games around the area. We do have a couple of girls matchups as well. And, of course, the Liberty Center Tigers are playing in the state semifinals in high school football this evening. So we'll keep you updated. In fact, that game has already kicked off. We're about ready to get things going here as far as the conversation with the coaches. Our Bryan Ford Lincoln visits with those coaches. Brock Homeyer from Bryan, Brett Grieser from Edgerton. That'll be coming up next as part of the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory pregame show as we get started tonight on the boys' side of high school basketball on V-Rock Sports.
When you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And there's no one that knows that feeling like me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent, because I work every day to get people like you the coverage they need with the savings they deserve. Give me a call for your quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
Hi, I'm Paul Rohrig Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. Serving families since 1924.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window clean. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Friday night opening weekend of high school boys basketball as we get ready for Bryan and Edgerton and our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Bryan head coach Brock Homeyer. And Brock, first of all, thanks for the time and rolling into season number 2. I guess first place, let's begin with the offseason. How do you think that went for your Bears this past summer and preseason then?
Yeah, it went well. At the end of the year last year, we talked about if we were going to change, the outcome of a lot of these games. In our record, we had to get in the gym, and I thought they did a pretty good job of getting in there, and we did a ton of drill work, a ton of shooting, and hoping it pays off here in the winter.
Where are you seeing some of that maybe fruits of your labor of the summer? I mean, at least if it's not full blown yet, but like in little increments or little segments, where are you seeing some of that improvement, Brock?
So we struggle a lot with confidence because of, last year and the lack of preparation that they've done in the past. They haven't been in the gym a lot. A lot of it's taking care of the ball handling, the small things that you don't think of when you're watching a game, but in your head as the player, being confident, it changes who you are. So I think, they know they put in a good amount of time this summer, and I think that's going to change their mentality going to the hole and take care of the ball.
Okay, let's talk about some scrimmages here. Tell me a little bit about how you felt like you played in these scrimmages that you had leading up to your opener here against Edgerton.
Yeah, we had a pretty good, I think we had 3 scrimmages, all 3 teams. I liked our effort on defense. We're still having trouble, making open shots and threes, but we're doing a better job of rebounding and getting to the hole. And defensively, I thought we made some positive strides.
Let's talk a little bit about Edgerton. What do you know about this team? What do you expect in facing them?
Yeah, they have a lot in common with us. They're not very big. They're guard-oriented. They do a lot of good things on offense, attacking the hole. Defensively, they're about like us. They try and get in the guards and try and cause havoc. But I've seen them a couple times on scrimmages, and this will be my first time ever going against them. So I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Brock, tell me a little bit about the league this year, at least on paper. What's the NWOAL look like?
It's tough. It's big. I mean, you got LC, who they're all very big. Patrick Henry's going to be big. And everybody else has got a good amount of people back. So we're really going to have to clamp down on defense and rebounding because, our tallest guy's by 6'2" on a good day. So we really have to be physical down low, even though we don't have size.
Hey, great catching up with you. Good luck against Edgerton. Good luck this season here and your second year as head coach at Bryan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
The Eager Beaver Axle is wide open and ready for you. Come in and take your shot at throwing axes or share some drinks and food with friends. Rack up the pool balls or take your chance with Keno. It's all inside the Eager Beaver Axle. Must be 18 or older to enter. Find them online or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axle, Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030. When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in the years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk with someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Friday night boys basketball, opening night of the boys season here in our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with the coaches. Glad to be joined by Brett Grieser, head coach of the Edgerton Bulldogs, as Edgerton gets set to play Bryan. And year number 2, got to believe that everything feels a lot better than year number 1 in terms of familiarity for you, the kids, and expectations, everything that goes with a program. Would that be fair to say, Brett?
Yeah, I think so. We're excited about the opportunity. We got a really good group of kids, high-character kids, and, obviously as you take over a program and then, you just look for ways to continue to build relationships, and I think our staff has done a great job of that. But, yeah, we're excited for the opportunity to compete this season. We got a good, hard-working group of kids.
All right. Tell me a little bit about the off season. How did it go for Edgerton?
Yeah, I thought we had a good summer. We were pretty busy between Wednesday Night League, and then we hit up a couple summer camps down at Bluffton and Findlay University with good competition. Tremendous attendance out of our athletes, and a lot of these athletes play 3 sports, which I respect a ton out of, and actually am glad that they do that. So those are busy kids, but they put the time in, and then we've had some strong scrimmages this year as we prepare, and just can't say enough about how hard our kids work.
What have you liked about this group in the scrimmages, Brett?
I just think we compete pretty well. I think we're competitive. We got some fight to us. Athletically, we got some speed. We like to get out and run if we can, but you know, it's kind of a catch-22. We got to make sure we take care of the basketball at the same time. So we have the ability to score when we can shoot it. When the shot's going in, obviously, I know that sounds simplistic, but feet set, ready to score. I think we have some kids that can shoot the ball, and so yeah, we're at our best when we're very active and flying up and down the floor.
And a lot of familiar names and faces back from last year's team to this year's team certainly makes everything else go a lot smoother.
Yeah, I think that just goes with experience. We got a lot of kids that had varsity minutes last year, and there's nothing like experience until you go through those things. So, yeah, we do. But we will be. Our senior class will be missed from last year. There's no doubt about that, and we're going to have some kids step up and fill some roles that maybe they're not used to. But having that experience from last year is important.
Brett, tell me a little bit about this Bryan team. What have you been able to glean about them based on what they have coming back, and if you've seen any scrimmages on them? Tell me about Bryan and what you expect.
Yeah, first and foremost, we have a ton of respect for that program and Coach Holmeyer and, you know, his staff. You know, obviously with his father there on board with him and the success that he's had. But not only that, but Coach Zuber, somebody that I have a ton of respect for, a former teacher of mine and coach of mine. And so very knowledgeable staff. Their kids play really hard. They compete. You know, they got some very capable kids of scoring the basketball. You know, I expect a very competitive game Friday night with Bryan, and I think they're going to, you know, I respect how hard they play, and we need to make sure we're ready to match that.
Looking forward to getting this 22-23 season underway, I'm sure, and it starts here with Bryan. Brett, thanks for the time. Good luck against the Bears and throughout the season.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys for your coverage.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication, and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Edgerton Forge, located on US 6 just outside of Edgerton, are proud supporters of the Bulldogs. Come join them for open interviews Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. with immediate openings for maintenance and first and third shift general laborers, paying up to $22.24 per hour. Apply online at edgertonforge.com/careers or stop in and see them for an application and tour the facility at 257 East Morrison Street in Edgerton. Come see what they're all about and join them as they forge into the future. Go Bulldogs! Have a water softener and need to get some salt? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has just what you need. Diamond Crystal's Water Softener Salt. Get 50-pound bags of Solar Natural salt crystals or 40-pound bags of Iron Fighter salt pellets. Diamond Crystal works on most water softeners and can help extend the life of your appliance. Plus, it comes in easy-to-handle bags. So if you're in need of salt for your water softener, get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan and pick up your bag of Diamond Crystal salt today.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Welcome back to Bryan on a Friday night. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you as you maybe still enjoy a family gathering or celebration tonight or tomorrow or Sunday, and hope everybody enjoyed yesterday as well. We are in the midst of our opening night of high school basketball coverage for boys basketball. We were here in Bryan on Tuesday night for the Lady Bears home opener as they rolled over Tenora 50-28. We also are still wrapping up the fall sports season. High school football. It's the state semifinal round, and among the games around the area tonight, Division 5 in a state semifinal. It is Liberty Center and South Range playing this evening. South Range hit a score in the opening quarter, and after one, it is South Range 7 and Liberty Center nothing. We'll keep you updated on that and other boys, and as we said, a couple of girls games happening tonight as well. Bryan went 1-21 last year, 0-7 in the NWOAL. They returned a half dozen letter winners, and you may have just listened in on Brock Homeyer and his conversation with us. Guys really put time in over the summer. He was happy with that. He wants to see, one of the things that Brock says he wants to see out of this year's team, not only improvement, but he wants to see if guys are doing this year what they weren't capable of last year. It's one thing to be improved in something, just as a skill that maybe you showed promise in, but are you or are they capable of doing things this year that they weren't last year? For the most part, they were better on the defensive end than the offensive end last year. This is a team, and we'll see if the things get better this year, but really, really struggled scoring the basketball, averaging only 33 points per game a year ago. And a big key for them every single night, how do they rebound the basketball? This is a very small basketball team. Carter Dominic is the biggest young man on the roster at 6'2", and their lineup, they do have a couple of 6'1" kids and Carter at 6'2" in that lineup, but you see a lot of them are guard-oriented. For Edgerton and Brett Greaser, in his opening season as head coach last year, they went 6-17, and like Bryan, winless in their conference. 4 senior starters back. They need to continue to make strides on the defensive end. That was an issue for them last year. Offensively for them, it was a case where they fired a lot of threes on the season and shot an extremely low percentage. Have they gotten better from the three-point line, and have they also gotten better and more efficient in the lane and in shooting twos? Because that is certainly something that has to be a part of their game if the three isn't falling. And we had a lot of those nights, it felt like, where maybe they were 3 for 24 or so from the field as far as three-point shooting goes. Can they adapt and be efficient in the two-point game as well? Bryan won the JV game this evening, 41-34. We're moving closer to your opening tip tonight between Bryan and Edgerton. We'll step aside, take another quick break, and more to come from Bryan on this Thanksgiving weekend on B-Rock Sports.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, trailers and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Welcome back out here to Bryan. We've got a couple of updates to pass along in that state semifinal in high school football in Division 5. It's going to be a comeback night if Liberty Center is going to advance. They are now down 2 scores in this one. South Range 14 and Liberty Center nothing. In boys basketball, again, this is a GMC game in about a month and a half, but not now. Non-conference tonight. Hicksville leading Fairview in boys basketball 15-12. All right, let's introduce the starting lineups brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Tri-State's best selection of monuments, remember Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier. For the Bryan Golden Bears, coached by Brock Homeyer, the lineup looks like this. It'll be Maddox Langenderfer, a 6'1 junior. Jace Kepler, a 6'1" junior. Evan Cox, a 6'1 senior. Sam Harold, a 5'11 junior. And Carter Dominic, a 6'2" sophomore. For Brett Greaser and the Edgerton Bulldogs, it'll be Quentin Blue, a 5'8 senior. Corey Everett, a 5'10 senior. Caden Pasillo, a 6'1" senior. Nathan Swank, a 6'1" senior. And Corey Herman, the only underclassman getting the start. He is a 6'2" sophomore. Your lineups tonight brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Tri-State's best selection of monuments, remember Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. Your officials working tonight's game who have their eyes on the game, presented by Tri-State Vision Center. Those officials are Millard Catchings Jr., Mark Weaver Sr., and Richard Hughes. For all of your eye care needs, remember the Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. That'll do it for the pregame show tonight, being brought to you by Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory. There for you in your time of need. The Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory. Opening night game tonight between Bryan and Edgerton, and we're going to have that opening tip in just a couple of moments. Quick reminder about what's coming up this coming week. Thursday night, it's actually a triple header week, and it starts Thursday night, Pettisville at Stryker in boys basketball Thursday night. Friday night girls basketball, it'll be Edgerton at Archbold in our broadcast. And then Saturday of next week, boys basketball, our first look at Eden, it'll be Ottawa Hills at Eden. And next Saturday, that is an early start time, 3 p.m. with the JV game next Saturday, the December the 3rd. We should be on the air probably around that 4 to 4:15 range. and perhaps tipping off around 4:30, quarter till 5, somewhere in there. Again, that's next Saturday, December 3rd, Ottawa Hills at Eden. Coverage of high school basketball tonight also being brought to you by Yarger Flagle Investment Services of downtown Edgerton, featuring IRAs, 401ks, IRA pension rollovers, mutual funds, variable annuities, and much, much more. Phone Yarger Flagle Investment Services at 419-298-2000. And, of course, they are located in downtown Edgerton at 163 North Michigan Avenue. Edgerton and Bryan. That opening tip is inching oh so close. Brett Grieser, year number 2. Brock Homeyer in his second year. Homeyer, of course, a grad of Continental and played on a state team. Went on and played small college basketball as well. For Edgerton, Brett Grieser, a Stryker grad, was the varsity baseball coach there for several years, replacing his dad. Also spent some time coaching basketball as well, most notably as far as longevity is concerned, under a long time and successful girls basketball coach at Stryker, Steve Brown. Now both young men are in their second campaigns. We'll lift the lid on the boys' season from Bryan when we come back. Edgerton and Bryan on B-Rock Sports.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
You work hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker-owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you ready to sell your home but not quite sure how to get the ball rolling? Give me a call and I will help guide you through the entire home selling process. Making sure you and your home are ready for marketing is key to achieving the highest price possible for your home. I will help prepare you for any obstacles that may arise during the home selling process and put together a marketing plan that will give your home the best exposure possible, including right here on the radio. Selling your home can be an emotional, stressful time, but with over 25 years of real estate experience, my goal is to make your selling experience easy and stress-free. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
U-Store Storage in Bryan has 44 new 10x20 storage units available on Edgerton Street in Bryan. With 24-hour access and well-lit facilities, U-Store Storage has a unit just for you. Residential and commercial warehouse space is also available. Looking for a storage unit in the Stryker area? Stryker Mini Storage on Industrial Drive has units as well. For all your storage needs, give U-Store Storage or Stryker Mini Storage a call at 419-636-2545.
Things have gone from bad to worse in that state semifinal game in high school football in Division 5. It's now South Range 21 and Liberty Center nothing. All of that still in the first half of play. If you're wondering, we're getting a little later start on this one tonight because we can't prove it, but it sure felt like that perhaps at least one of the JV officials was being paid by the number of fouls that he called tonight. So a little bit longer JV game than normal. Again for Bryan, Maddox Langendorfer, Jace Kepler, Evan Cox, Sam Harold, and Carter Dominic, the starting five. Edgerton will counter with Quentin Blue, Corey Everetts, Caden Pasillo, Corey Herman, and Nathan Swank. Bryan captured the JV game 41-34. Bryan 1-21 a year ago. Edgerton going 6-17. Edgerton in their all maroon uniform with the white number, while Bryan counters with their white uniforms with the purple and gold numbers, purple and yellow numbers, if you will. Bryan has added a couple of video boards here, one on each end of the floor, and just debuted it in the girls' game on Tuesday night. And now they have shut the lights down here to announce the lineup, showing video images of the boys players up on that video board. That is something that has been added to the Bryan Gymnasium. Happy to have you with us here as we get ready to start boys basketball coverage for the 22-23 season. Bryan and Edgerton sure hoping that this year is better to them than last year and that they continue to see strides. Part of conferences, Edgerton in the GMC, that probably is going to see Wayne Trace as the favorite this year, and Bryan in the NWOAL. Boy, it could be a host of teams. Archbold, Wauseon, PH all in play. A lot of teams expecting a lot. Of course, Swanton with veteran head coach Bruce Smith. Wauseon also with veteran head coach Chad Burt. Jumping center for Edgerton, it will be Corey Herman. We anticipate it'll be Carter Dominic for Bryan. Bryan just now breaking the huddle and coming out onto the floor. And it will indeed be Carter Dominic. Millard Catchings Jr. is ready to throw it in the air. And boys basketball for 22-23 on B-Rock 100.9 is officially underway with that opening tip going to Edgerton left to right. Quentin Blue against the Bryan man-to-man will be picked up by Evan Cox. He tosses right side to Swank. Swank bounce pass to Herman on the left point. Now on the wing to Blue. Blue waits for the low post interchange. Everetts will be guarded out front by Jace Kepler. Everetts gives it off right side to Herman. Herman cross court, Swank for three, short on the first jumper. Scramble for the rebound is won by Edgerton. The putback is no good, and Bryan will get a defensive rebound. So a quick 0 for 2 start from the field for Edgerton. Bryan right to left. High post it goes to Carter Dominic. Dominic, dribble handoff now to Kepler. Kepler top of the key. Little wraparound pass, fadeaway jumper for Langendorfer. And Langendorfer has the first 2 of the basketball game. Able to stick that medium range jumper from the right elbow. Edgerton was man-to-man as well. On the wing to Corey Everetts, leading scorer coming back this year. Over to Blue. Blue started a dribble drive, wasn't there. Now Herman, hands to Blue between the circles. Minute 20 in, 2-0. Bryan on the Andres O'Neill scoreboard. Now it's Swank on the right point. Swank right foul line extended. Spin dribble, fade away, and they're going to get him on an offensive foul. So that, of course, will be a turnover and the first foul on Nate Swank. First foul called in this game. Edgerton going to utilize the dead ball to pick up some three-quarter court pressure. It's 1-2-2 pressure. Herman at the point of it. Here's Harold on the left side. Wanted to go middle of the floor, and a whistle and a foul on Blue from behind. Team second, his first. Bryan now midcourt inbounds from the sideline. It'll be Carter Dominic who will throw it in the backcourt to Kepler. Kepler to midcourt and across. Blue on him. Boy, Kepler has a size advantage. Will they try to utilize him in the post? Swing it around to Harold. Little curl to the left now to Langendorfer. Crossover dribble along the baseline. Leaves it for Kepler. A power dribble, and he muscles it up and in. A 2-for-2 start from the field for the Bears, and they lead it 4-0, 2 minutes in. Here's Everett's crossover dribble. Lost his footing. Nearly lost the dribble. Threw it at the feet at Swank. Swank able to dig out the loose change, though. Swank at the volleyball spiking line. Swank with Harold on him. Top of the key dribble. Now right side to Everett's. Everett's to the elbow. Pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound is long and out of bounds. It'll be off of that missed shot, so it'll go over to the Golden Bears. Up 4-0. 5:44 to play here in the first quarter of play. Kepler up ahead to Harold. Harold gives back now to Kepler. Kepler crosses center circle. Bryan right to left. Kepler now to Harold. Didn't catch it cleanly. Gives it up now back to Jace Kepler. On the wing to Harold. High ball screen. The roll. It's more of a pick and pop to Dominic. Diagonally now. Jumper for three. No good. And that was from Maddox off the miss. But a rebound save and a go to the basket and a lay-in for Evan Cox. That's the third Bear to score, and it's 6-0, Bryan on top. 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Dribble drive and a foul. Take your pick, although I think it might be Evan Cox, and Corey Everett is going to go to the line for two. And it is Cox, and it is his first, and Everett's shooting a pair of free throws here. Eden is playing Ayersville tonight, and it's 4-4 at the end of one as Everett misses that free throw. Montpelier and Hilltop playing tonight, 12-12 at the end of one in that one. Coming in for Edgerton, Scotty Krantz, a 6'3 sophomore on the floor for the first time. Everett's trying to break the seal on the season and unable to do so. He missed them both. And the rebound to Bryan. They have a quick 4-1 edge on the glass a little more than 3 minutes in. Langendorfer right side. Be interesting to see how deep both these teams will go. Hicksville at the half leads Fairview 23-20 in non-conference. Pick and roll into Harold. Muscles the shot up. No good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Coming the other way, Swank. His defender goes down. Pull up three. Swank. Nothing but nylon. First made basket of the night. First points of the night. And it's 6-3, Bryan. First points for Edgerton. Harold tosses it over to Cox, left side. Cox brings it middle of the floor to Kepler. 4:20 to play in the first. 6-3, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Cox to Kepler. He'll swing it right on the wing to Harold. Back out now to Kepler. Baseline left. Cox, rise and fire. Three is good. Evan Cox from downtown. Edgerton sees Bryan go 3 for 5 to start the night, and they'll match their biggest lead of the early going here at 9-3 Bears. Halfway through this first quarter. Swank between the circle dribble, gives it up to Blue. So far just one sub in this game, and that is Krantz for Edgerton. Blue out near midcourt between the circles. Blue little stutter step, gives it up right side to Everett. Everett swallowed up defensively. Everett's looking, gives it now to Krantz. Krantz wanted to shift it left, not there. Instead, hands to Blue. Edgerton going to show a little patience offensively. Bounce pass comes to Everett. Again, Kepler on him. Top of the key now to Herman. Herman touches it to Blue. 3:18 and counting to play in the quarter. 9-3, Bryan on top on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Now on the wing to Krantz. He's guarded by Dominic. Off the bounce, Blue. Little hesitation dribble. Got inside, flips it up and in. Quentin Blue with a good strong move and finish. 9-5 Bryan. Inside of 3, middle of the floor. Now Dominic beats the pressure and lays it home. Edgerton went to sleep there in their full court pressure. Herman off the right side, wants to go baseline. He'll toss it out in front now to Swank. Swank on the right point. Bounce pass middle of the floor to Quentin Blue. Blue with Evan Cox playing about 3 steps off him. To the right side to Nathan Swank. Swank bounces it now to Krantz. He'll face up. Thought about pulling the trigger and now instead shifts it left over to Blue. Low post interchange. Wide open is Swank. Backing his way in. Turnaround is good. Nathan Swank. And an Edgerton timeout. 2:20 left in the quarter. 11-7 Bryan back in 30.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Brett Greaser, a late first quarter timeout. It's 11-7 Bryan. They've led from the beginning, led by as many as 6 on 2 different occasions. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs as Cox brings it into Kepler. Now to Langendorfer up the sideline, still in the backcourt. Langendorfer hands to Kepler, middle of the floor. He'll cross midcourt. Kepler out near midcourt. Over to the right side, guarded by Blue. He'll throw it to the left point. Cox, jumper for 3. Off target, no good. Rebound to Edgerton. And then a reach and a foul on Bryan, and it'll be on Langendorfer, his first, team second. Still no subs for the Bears. They've gone with their 5. Edgerton with just the Krantz substitution. And he remains out there. Bryan going to full court, or at least 3-quarter court pressure. Intercepted. Nice job defensively by Cox. And then Edgerton takes it right back from Bryan. Through the lane. Blue, the drive, the kick. Swank from downtown. Connects on a 3. 8 for Nathan Swank of the 10 Edgerton points. And it's 11-10 Bears. 90 seconds to play as the two teams traded turnovers. And Edgerton cashing in on their takeaway. Cox to Kepler, high post to Dominic, weaving his way into the lane. Up and under move, strong, not going to get it to go, but he did draw the foul on Corey Herman. And Carter Dominic to the line to shoot a pair with 1:18 remaining in this opening quarter. Lake leads Evergreen 19-12 at the end of 1 in varsity boys basketball. We said pretty busy night tonight for boys. There are 2 girls games as Dominic misfires on the first free throw. And that tournament, or that high school playoff game, Langendorfer out, Carter Brown, a 6-foot junior, in for Bryan for the first time. Last we heard, South Range leading Liberty Center 21-0. That game, and it's still 21-0 in the first half as Dominic hits 1 of 2. Coming in for the Bears, Joe Watson for the first time, a 6'1 senior. So the first couple of bench kids. 2-1-2, 3-quarter court pressure for the Bears. Blue in the backcourt along with Everett. Bounces it to Everett. Up the far sideline, middle of the floor, lost the handle. 3rd Edgerton turnover, and then a reach and a foul. And if that's Swank, it's number 2 on Nate Swank. And it is. And he's going to be forced to the pine here in a hurry as he'll be replaced by Joel Walkup, a 6-foot sophomore. Swank had gotten off to such a good start tonight offensively, shooting it, had this 8 of the 10. Crossing midcourt now is Dylan Koenig, who's in for the first time. So it's 21-0 at the half now, South Range over Liberty Center. Watson, dribble handoff now, gives it up to Carter Brown. Brown with a double coming, hands to Harold. Harold powers his way to the basket, unable to finish. Rebound is loose and going to be grabbed by Bryan, and they'll reset with Cox. 40 seconds left in the quarter. 12-10 Bears. Maybe holding for the final shot here. Off the left side, it's Koenig. Top of the circle now, and a traveling violation on Joe Watson. That'll be the second Bears turnover. Edgerton with 3. 24 seconds for Edgerton. 2 would tie it. A 3 would give them their first lead of the night. Here's Herman over to Blue. Back to Herman. Far side, little safety press breaker here as Everett crosses the timeline. 12 to shoot. Now it's Quentin Blue. Bryan has never trailed. They've led by as many as 6 twice. 6 to shoot. Blue top the circle. Bounce pass to Krantz with 3, with 2. Blue, a runner in the lane. Its shot is blocked. Get it out of here, says Joe Watson. And that'll do it for a quarter of basketball. 12-10, Bryan with a lead after 1 on B-Rock Sports.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Check out the newest, most exciting venue in the area. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is Defiance's first axe throwing venue with axe throwing lanes, VIP room, full service bar, pool leagues, and more. Schedule your lane today. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. That's 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Very similar stats from the first quarter. Both teams 4 of 8 from the field. Edgerton was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, so that helps keep them in. 2 turnovers for Bryan, 3 for Edgerton. Advantage on the glass to Bryan, not by much though, at 5-3. Here we go to start the second. Bears basketball. Cox from Kepler, cross court to Langendorfer. Dominic out there along with Harold, so the original 5. Little cut into the lane to Harold and a push from behind on Scotty Krantz. It'll be his first. For Edgerton, it's Krantz, Joel Walkup, Quentin Blue, Corey Everett, and Corey Herman. Remember, Nathan Swank, who has 8 to lead all scorers, is sitting with 2 personals right now. Kepler, bounce pass left side of the lane, got it through, and an offensive foul on a clear out on Sam Harold. That'll be his first foul and the team's 3rd turnover. Edgerton's first offensive possession now of quarter number 2. You're listening to high school boys basketball on WBNO FM in Bryan. 12-10 Bears on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. They've led by 6 on a couple of occasions. This is as close as Edgerton has been. They've never led, never been tied. Close to 5. Blue got rid of it, gave it up now to Krantz. Krantz, right foul line extended, snaps it out on top now to Blue. Both teams have been man-to-man defensively. On a switch right now, Dominic is on Blue. It'll go over left side to Krantz. Open post cut through Everett. Now top of the circle. Herman for 3, no good. Rebound goes to Edgerton offensively. That layup is no good. And then off the missed shot, an Edgerton foul. So the personal for Edgerton will go to Joel Walkup, his first. Team's 5th. Make it 6, beg your pardon. Bryan has 3 fouls. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs now. Both coaches wanting to challenge the guard play of the other team here. This is more token pressure, though. Kepler guarded by Blue. Kepler across at midcourt. Shovels it over to the left side to Cox. Cox has 5 to lead Bryan. Now it's Dominic, left elbow. Dominic, spin move into the lane. Powers it up and in, and a chance at an and 1 for Carter Dominic. Nice strong finish by the Bryan sophomore, Carter Dominic. And now that's 2 fouls on Corey Herman. Swank had come back in, and now actually is coming back in, I should say, for Joel Walkup. So Swank and Herman out there with 2 fouls. Dominic, who's 1 of 2 at the line, now 1 of 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Harold. Good look to a cutting Kepler, who just is unable to finish. And then the rebound to Edgerton and Herman. Up ahead to Swank. It's 14-10. Here's Swank aggressively going to the basket, and he just drew number 2 on Harold. So that'll be the first Bear with 2 personals. Swank to shoot 2. At the table is walk-up for Bryan or for Edgerton. Nathan Swank rattles in the first free throw. Walk-up for Herman, who has the 2 fouls. Aiden Pells, they were waiting to see if he had gotten cleared, and he did. So Pells is in, a 5'10 senior. Got a shoulder harness on. That's where his injury had occurred. One more for Nathan Swank. And I think they're waiting to get him out, but they're not able to do so because he missed the free throw. Offensive rebound, Edgerton, so they'll get another crack at it. Swank for the tie from the left point, no good. Rebound to Pells for Bryan. 6:20 to go in the half. 14-11 Bears on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Bryan basketball. Here's Cox, top of the circle to Langendorfer. Little swoop through and then dribble drive to the basket. No. Rebound, no offensively, and Kepler gets it and puts it in. First 2, or make that second field goal tonight for Kepler. And now Bryan starting to take a little ownership of the backboard. They lead 16-11. 5:50 to play in the half. Here is Blue through a double team. Nearly lost the handle on the dribble. Now gives it up. Gets it back. Blue over to Swank. Swank right foul line extended. Pells on him. Pick and roll into Krantz. Crashes in. No on that call. No call. And now it's still loose. Grabbed by Swank. He's fouled and will go to the line. They had grabbed the offensive rebound, and Nathan Swank is into double figures with 11. The foul will be Pells' first. And again, they're going to, I think, try to get Swank out. They don't want him to pick up that second. Ayersville leads Eden 20-12. That's at the half in boys basketball. As Swank hits the free throw, he's 2 for 3. At the end of one, Wasion 8. Archbold 7. Again, a non-league game. Pells against the pressure, looks ahead to Jace Kepler, and Kepler will bring it out in front. 16-14 Bryan. We thought this had a real good opportunity to be competitive throughout, and so far, so good. Kepler picked up by Blue. Fires it over to the right side now to Langendorfer. Langendorfer guarded by Everett. Spin dribble, now a little duck under move, and he muscles it home. Langendorfer with 4. Bryan 3 for 5 from the field in the quarter, and they lead it 18-14. Here's Everett's a spin and a pull-up in the lane. No good, but a foul is called. Just below the foul line, he pulled the trigger on that jump shot, and he drew number 2 on Langendorfer. So Langendorfer and Harold have 2 fouls each for Bryan. Herman and Swank a pair of fouls for Edgerton. Free throw is no good. Quentin Blue has 2 points. Nathan Swank has the other 12. Everett's 0 of 3, and now finally connecting at the line for his first point of the night. So he's 1 for 4 at the line. It's 18-15. Bryan in front. 4:50 and counting to play first half here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Cox across midcourt at the right volleyball spiking line. Now gives to Kepler. Kepler pushes it over to Pells. Pells touches it. Langendorfer for now will stay in there with the 2 fouls. Now Dominic swings it left side to Cox. To Pells, and he traveled with it. Shuffling his feet for the 4th turnover of the game. Swank and Herman are back on the floor as Brett Greaser doing the offense for defense substitutions. Anytime they get possessions and they get dead balls, they just have to be careful about over the back or charges. Herman, cross court, it goes to Blue. Back to Herman, middle of the floor. Jump pass ahead to Everett. In the lane now to Krantz. Back out to Everett. Everett gives to Herman. Herman, dribble handoff. Everett from downtown on the wing is an air ball, no good. And the rebound to Bryan. And Kepler Kepler to Langendorfer. Nice hesitation dribble, and a tough number 3 is going to go on Maddox Langendorfer. Corey Everett drew the charge. That'll be 3 on Langendorfer. And now he will have to take a seat. Carter Brown and Sam Harold back on the floor for Bryan, and Harold returns with 2. 18-15, our score halfway through this second quarter. Friday night boys basketball. Blue and Cox jostling up the floor. Krantz now has it over to Herman. Low post entry to Swank. Double down on him. He'll give it up to Krantz. Krantz to the right side and over now to Quentin Blue. Blue dribbling out middle of the floor near midcourt, about 2 or 3 steps away from midcourt in the half-court offense. Now he'll touch it to Everett. Everett, top of the circle. Krantz jumper, rainbow 3, no good. Rebound is offensive for Edgerton. Going to get it was Herman. Now to Swank. Low post entry, threw it on the wrong shoulder side of the cutter along the baseline, and Carter Dominic did a good job in his quarter denial position and got the steal. And now a traveling violation on Jace Kepler. And that's 6 turnovers. They say he shuffled his feet. 6 on Bryan, 4 on Edgerton. Bears with an 18-15 lead. They led 12-10 at the end of one quarter. We approach the 3-minute mark left in this first half. Everett had it poked away by Kepler, but he tapped it out of bounds. So it will remain Edgerton ball. 3 coaches join me on Wednesday night. Sports Weekly, driven by Terry Hendricks Ford and live at JJ Wins. We'll talk girls basketball with Bryan head coach Todd Grosjean and a pair of Fairview coaches joining us. Girls coach Russ Zedike and boys head coach Bodie Kaufman. On the dribble penetration, Krantz had it stripped away by Carter Dominic. Dominic the last to touch it as it sails out of bounds. Possession remains with Edgerton. 18-15 Bears. They've never trailed. We've never been tied. Swank lofting it into Krantz. Right back to Swank for the first tie of the night. Misfires the 3. Rebounded Dominic of Bryan. And now it's Kepler who will saunter across the center circle. Right side of the floor, it goes to Brown. Shifts back to Kepler. Kepler now over to Brown. Brown, top of the side to Cox. Cox to Kepler. High post now to Harold. Harold gives it up. Cox bypasses a 3. Dribble drive. Crashes into a defender. Forces a shot, no good. Offensive rebound. Kepler is tied up. And the board and possession will actually go Edgerton's way because they have the arrow. With 2:26 remaining in the first half. 18-15 Bears. Herman to Everett, back to Herman, still in the backcourt. Cross court to Blue. As he splits through a double team, he's fouled. It's either Kepler or Cox. And that's good if you're a Bryan fan because it's Jace Kepler they get for his first. If it had been Evan Cox, it would have been number 2. Back in for Edgerton, Caden Pasillo and Joel Walkup. Quentin Blue to shoot a 1-and-1. Both teams at the foul limit and over. Langendorfer with 3 fouls. Harold with 2. Blue gets the kind bounce off the heel of the rim, and it goes in. Meanwhile, for Edgerton, Herman and Swank have 2 fouls apiece. It's 18-16 Bryan. Next offering from Blue is good. This is as close as Edgerton's been all night without being tied or having a lead. 18-17 Bears. Edgerton will pull back and peel back to half-court man. Hilltop 31, Montpelier 27, halftime in boys basketball. We're a couple of minutes away from our intermission. 18-17, and a Bryan turnover, and then Edgerton gave it right back. 7 turnovers on Bryan, 5 on Edgerton here in the first half, and we're at the 1:58 mark left in the half. Bears basketball. Dominic sends it in to Kepler, who crosses midcourt. He'll weave it into the hands of Carter Brown. Now to Aiden Pels. Pels threw it behind Dominic. Coming to the high post, so a turnover. Running the floor now is Everett, and he lays it home. Corey Everett gets his first field goal, and he gives Edgerton their first lead of the night. Timeout, Brock Homeyer. 1:38 to play in the half. 19-18, Edgerton back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Edgerton has grabbed their first lead of the night at 19-18 with 1:38 left in the first half of play. Evan Cox to inbounds. Edgerton will be half-court man. Kepler walks it right to left across the timeline, and Lazy on the dribble. Blue with the steal, and then the lay-in. Just got lackadaisical handling the basketball. And now it's Edgerton up 21-18. 1:18 to play in this half. Going left, it goes to Cox. Cox left foul line extended. Spin move, fades, tries to get glass, no. And on the follow, we have an Edgerton foul. If it's Krantz, it's his second. And it is Scotty Krantz. Going to the line will be Jace Kepler. Kepler to shoot a pair. He has 4 tonight. 68 seconds to play in the first half. First one is good for Jace Kepler. Offensive subs come back in. Herman and Swank with their 2 fouls. Krantz will leave with his 2. Langendorfer has 3 for Bryan. Harold with a pair of fouls. One more free throw, Jace Kepler. Airborne and good. Hicksville 39, Fairview 31, end of 3 in boys basketball. That's non-conference. Kepler 2 for 2, the lead 21-20 for Edgerton. Everett's over to the left wing to Blue. Blue, under a minute to play in the half. Comes topside now to Herman. Herman pushes it off to the right side to Everett. Open post inside to try to jam it into Quentin Blue. Was never there. Good read and steal by Cox. 6th turnover for Edgerton. Bryan has 9 in the first half. Cox bounces it to Pels. Half minute to play in the first half. 21-20 Edgerton. To the right side it goes now to Langendorfer. Give and go. Now a kick out. Cox for 3 from the corner. It's no good. Rebound. Tapped into the backcourt. Chased down by Pels. And Brock Homeyer wants one shot. 15 to shoot. Here's Jace Kepler. High post, it goes to Watson. Watson had it kicked with 7.7 left in the half. It'll stay with Bryan. Langendorfer out, Carter Brown back in. They don't want Langendorfer to get a silly 4th here. Dominic back in for Bryan. Pasillo returns for Edgerton. 7.7 left in the half. Kepler brings it into Dominic. He'll go and give it up to Brown with 4, with 3. Here's Pels, he'll try a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Tip up is no good. And that'll do it for the first half of basketball. We go to the locker room with Edgerton leading Bryan 21-20. This is high school boys basketball here on B-Rock Sports.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world, more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get with me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. An agent who doesn't just know what it's like to live in Bryan, but one who wants to protect life here as much as you do. Give me a call for your free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Somebody you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Andy Brigle back with you on this Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. It's been a good one so far here in this first half. 21-20 our score. Edgerton leading Bryan. Bryan led by 6 on a couple of different occasions. Edgerton's biggest lead was 3, and we were never tied in that first half. Individual scoring in this one. Jace Kepler leads Bryan with 6. Evan Cox with 5, Maddox Langenderfer with 4, and Carter Dominic has 5 as well for the Bears, so pretty good balance there. Meanwhile, for Edgerton, 12 of their 21 belong to Nathan Swank, playing through some foul difficulty. Quentin Blue has 6, Corey Everett's held to 3 in that first half. Shooting the basketball, Bryan 7 of 17 in that first half, including 1 of 5 from 3, while Edgerton was 7 for 19 in the first half, 2 of 8 from the three-point line. Rebounds are close. Bryan with a slight edge of 13-9 and doing a little bit better. Actually, both close on offensive rebounds as well. Turnovers, Edgerton's done a better job protecting the basketball. They have 6. Bryan committed 9 turnovers in that first half. Going back to shooting, free throws, Edgerton 4 of 8 at the foul line, Bryan 3 of 5. 21-20 our score, and the Main Stops halftime show rolls on with Edgerton clinging to the 1-point lead on B-Rock Sports.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window clean. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Save big on great gifts at Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan through November 30th. Black Friday offers you power tools galore. Wrap up a Milwaukee M18 Red Lithium Compact Drill Driver and Impact Driver Combo Kit, only $149. Or a Milwaukee M18 Red Lithium Brushless Compact Drill and Impact Driver Kit for $179, both with Ace Rewards. And if you buy the Milwaukee Pack-Out 2-piece modular tool storage system, you'll get the large Pack-Out toolbox free. It's only at Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters. Go get 'em, Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Halftime show tonight brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Coverage tonight is also being presented to you by Yarger Flegel Investment Services of downtown Edgerton. They handle all of those investment needs as well as insurance needs, IRAs, 401ks, pension rollovers, mutual funds, variable annuities, and much, much more. Yarger Flegel Investment Services of Edgerton. Phone them at 419-298-2000. Coming up this week, a triple header of high school basketball. 2 boys games sandwiched around a girls game. Nothing on Tuesday night because that is our Day of Giving radio-a-thon. So we'll be at the station a real good chunk of the day on Tuesday. So no game on Tuesday night. Thursday night, though, we'll start the month of December with boys basketball, Pettisville at Stryker. Friday night, girls basketball, Edgerton at Archibald. And then Saturday, boys basketball, an earlier start time. It's a 3 o'clock JV game. Ottawa Hills at Eden will be our broadcast on Saturday, December the 3rd. High school sports coverage rolling on B-Rock Sports. Again, at the half, it is Edgerton 21, Bryan 20. Your halftime show presented tonight by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Thirsty Thursday, available every Thursday, and you're always near a Main Stop and all of their great savings. The Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. We begin the second half when we come back.
Edgerton Forge, located on US 6 just outside of Edgerton, are proud supporters of the Bulldogs. Come join them for open interviews Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. with immediate openings for maintenance and first and third shift general laborers, paying up to $22.24 per hour. Apply online at edgertonforge.com/careers or stop in and see them for an application and tour the facility at 257 East Morrison Street in Edgerton. Come see what they're all about and join them as they forge into the future. Go Bulldogs!
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Getting ready to start the second half, and we bring up the foul difficulty in this one for Edgerton. Corey Herman, Nathan Swank, Scotty Krantz with 2 fouls apiece. For Bryan, Maddox Langendorfer with 3, Sam Harold with 2. It'll be Dominic Langendorfer will start the second half. Kepler, Harold, and Cox. Bryan basketball to start things. Blue, Everett, Pasillo, Herman, and Swank for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Both teams have been manned throughout. Dominic snaps it in to Kepler, and we're underway here in the second half. Left to right go the Bears. High post for Dominic. Top of the key now, guarded by Pasillo. Now it's right side to Kepler. Nice spin move into the lane. The little shorty won't drop. Rebound, Dominic powers it home. Good job by Carter Dominic, banging the offensive glass. Turn around in the lane, and Corey Everett will answer his second field goal. Hilltop and Montpelier through 3, 42-41. Hilltop with the lead. Connor English, the new head coach for Hilltop. Both teams really feel like they are going to be improved this year. Dribble drive to the rim, and a strong finish for Sam Harrell, just bullying his way to the basket. We're a minute in. It's 24-23 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Everett gives it to Swank. Swank out high. Swank dribble drive into the lane. Now nearly lost the dribble. Back cut for Herman. Good pump fake to get number 4 on Maddox Langendorfer. Langendorfer thought he was going to get a blocked shot attempt, but that head and ball fake, they did call it on the floor. So Brock Homeyer, one of his starters at the 6:57 mark of the third quarter, is going to have to be replaced by Carter Brown. That's the first player with 4 fouls in this game. From the baseline, it'll be brought in by Herman, or by Swank to Herman. He'll hand to Blue. Blue matched up. Cox tries to flop and draw a foul. Play on. Here's Herman to the baseline, not there. Herman double team. Kick out now for Blue. Blue on the wing. Blue inside. Bounce pass and a rotation to Swank for 3. Good. Nathan Swank drills the 3. He has 15. 3 threes on the night. Edgerton has hit their first 2 field goals of the second half, and they lead it 26-24. Kepler to Cox, left side. Cox bangs into a Swank, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Nathan Swank. They have shifted him in and out of foul trouble tonight, stealing minutes here and there. For now, they're going to roll the dice and keep Swank on the floor. Kepler on the out-of-bounds throw-in. Left side it goes to Cox. Cox in the lane, goes with the left hand and gets the finish. 7 for Evan Cox. Bryan 3 for 4 out of the gate from the field. Ayersville 31, Eden 21. End of 3 in boys basketball there. We're deadlocked at 26. 2 minutes into the third here. Edgerton and Bryan. Herman tosses it out in front now to Everett. Everett's angling to the right. Body's going to the floor. Swank catch and release 3. It's good. Nathan Swank with that quick trigger release. 18 on the night for him. 29-26. Edgerton on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Harold to Cox. Around it comes now to Brown. To the baseline to Harold. Back to Carter Brown. Top of the circle to Kepler. 5:20 to go in the third. 29-26 Edgerton. High screen and roll. Dominic had it. They didn't get it to Dominic. The pass from Brown intercepted by Blue. And Blue's runner is no good. On the rebound. Jump ball? Yes. Arrow stays with Bryan. Haven't been a lot of rebounds in this second half thus far because we've seen a lot of shots go through. Boys basketball final. Paulding 70, Continental 48. Wauseon leads Archbold. Girls halftime 19-16. Right side, jumper, another 3, and that's in and out, no good. Little heat check there for Swank. 3 minutes into the third quarter, 29-26. Our score, Bryan with the deficit. Cox in the lane is fouled. It's either Everett or Krantz. It's Everett getting his first foul. Coming in, Joel Walkup for Swank, who has the 3 fouls. Cox to shoot a pair. 7 for Evan Cox. These are his first 2 free throws. Nope, beg your pardon. It was on the floor. We'll get you a state semifinal football update in a moment in Division 5, South Range and Liberty Center. We get a dead ball South Range was hammering Liberty Center 21-0. Last we checked. We'll get you that in a minute. Handoff, Harold gives to Cox. Cox at the foul line. Pushes it right side over now to Harold. Or make it Brown. Now it's Harold all the way out near midcourt. Harold again just bullying his way, is fouled on the dribble penetration. Still 21-0 South Range in the second half. That'll be Walkup second. 3 team fouls on Edgerton here in the third quarter. 1 on Bryan. Inbounds comes for Harold. Denied away and stolen away by Blue. Poked away then by Kepler and knocked out of bounds. By the way, 11 turnovers for Bryan. Edgerton's been really good there for the most part, at 6 for the game, nearing the midway point of the third quarter. Here's Herman, near side to Blue. Full court pressure, Bryan. Up ahead now to Everett, and just as I say, they do a good job of taking care of the basketball. They get their first turnover of the second half. Everett's pass sails on him out of bounds. 29-26 Edgerton on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Counting down to the 4-minute mark left in this third quarter. On the wing it goes to Cox. Both teams have been man-to-man. Now Kepler, open post cut in the lane. Brown fouled, and he'll go to the line. Carter Brown, the strong finish. The foul will be number 3 on Walkup. And now Brown will try to finish the three-point play and try to tie this game. (29-28) Bulldogs. Carter Brown, first free throw of the night and, of course, then the season. 6-foot junior. Lets it fly. No good. Rebound Edgerton. Corey Herman to the right side. Kick out. Everett's thought about the three. Now jammed it inside. Nobody home. Good fronting that time of the post by Dominic. Also had other help, but it was Dominic that got the steal. To the right side to Brown. Bryan a chance to get the lead back now. We've played this game within 6. That's been your biggest lead for either team. Off the dribble penetration, no. Offensive rebound, Bryan. The putback won't go, but going to the line will be Harold. Let me rephrase that. Bryan's biggest lead has been 6. Edgerton's biggest lead has been 3 tonight. So the biggest lead by either team has been 6. And that is 3 now on Herman. Swank, Herman, and Walkup with 3 fouls for Edgerton. Sam Harold to shoot a pair. Got the soft roll on the first one. Tie game at 29. 3:27 left in the third. Harold bends, sends, buries, and the Bears go back out in front. 4 for Sam Harold. 30-29 Bryan. Quentin Blue between the circle dribble. Edgerton right to left. Chest pass over to Swank, who has 18 to lead everybody tonight. He has been on fire. Now Herman shifts it left over to Blue. Blue on the left point. Bounce pass to the right point. Everett's on the wing now to Herman. Herman, low post interchange, wasn't there to Walkup. Out in front, it's stolen away. Errant pass, Kepler, and then it's taken right back by Everett, who hustled after it, and then poked away by Cox, knocked out of bounds. It stays Edgerton ball. Great hustle play by Corey Everett. Could have easily just allowed the 2 on the lay-in attempt, but sprinted back and got the tip away. And it's Bulldog possession as they try to seesaw back out in front. Between the circles. Now it's snapped to the right. Blue over to Everett. Everett gives it up now to Krantz. Krantz over to Herman. Posting up is Swank. Dominic on him. Swank skip pass to Blue. Blue in the lane with a left hand. Scoops it home. Edgerton, much better job this season of going and attacking the rim. And they have the lead at 31-30. Here's Dominic on the elbow. Dominic had it knocked free by Herman. 4th turnover for Bryan in the half, 13th of the game. And now Bryan will force one back. And as they grab and get possession, timeout Bears. 2:06 left in the third, 31-30. Edgerton will be right back.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040. Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
First final of the night. It's not a GMC game. It's non-conference, but Hicksville starts in the W column as they beat Fairview tonight 50-37. Out of the Bryan timeout. By the way, 3 timeouts left for Bryan, 4 for Edgerton. Bounced the pass off the knee of Carter Dominic. Dominic hands it off to Brown. Brown between the circles to Kepler. Edgerton faithful had wanted a double dribble. Now it's Dominic at the foul line. Dominic hands it off to Cox, turns the corner, gets inside, lost the handle, but it pops over to Brown. His jumper is no good. Rebound Cox, who sticks it home. Evan Cox on the offensive glass. He has 9, and Bryan reclaims the lead, 32-31. 1:25 left in the third. Right side wing Everett's. Everett's down into the painted area and on, I thought it was going to be on the help on Harold, but instead it's Dominic on a little nudge from behind. Carter Dominic's first. Team second. Edgerton with 5 team fouls in this half. Aiden Pells reports back in for Bryan. Krantz returns for Edgerton in place of Walkup. Walkup, Herman, and Swank with 3 fouls apiece. For Bryan, Langendorfer has 4. Top of the key to Blue. Blue to the right side, hands it off to Everett. Nice dribble penetration by Everett after he hesitated and got the defender to commit. Went around him, hit the pull-up medium-range jumper. 7 for Corey Everett. And at the 1-minute mark, it's Edgerton back out on top, 33-32 over Bryan. Carter Brown, right side of the floor. 50-44, Montpelier leads Hilltop with 90 seconds left in their game. On the wing now, Carter Brown. South Range 28-0 over Liberty Center late in the third. So it appears as if the Tigers run going to end in the Final Four. Half minute to play here in our third quarter. 33-32 Edgerton. Pells, high left. Now coming to the right side to Brown. Brown to Cox. Bryan may be holding for the final shot unless they get something really, really good. To the baseline, Brown, wraparound pass to Cox. 14 to shoot. His pull-up, Jay, dances, and drops. And now in the backcourt, a jump ball is forced, and Bryan turns Edgerton over. 5 turnovers in the third quarter now for Edgerton, 11 for the night. 4 second-half turnovers for Bryan, 13 on the game for them. Bears up 34-33. 7 seconds to get a shot away now for Bryan. Bears on 2 occasions led by 6. Edgerton's biggest lead tonight has been 3. Inbounds comes. Brown fires a 3. Banks it in! The bank open on Black Friday night. Everett's 3, no good at the horn, and that'll do it. 3 in the books. Bryan 37, Edgerton 33. Fourth quarter when we come back.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
What a quarter. Shooting for both teams. Bryan, a blistering 70% from the field, 7 of 10. Edgerton was 5 of 8 shooting from the field in that third quarter. It's a 37-33 Bryan advantage. Edgerton basketball, Everett, Herman, Blue, Krantz, and Swank to begin the fourth quarter. Bryan goes with Kepler, Cox, 3 from Swank, and he rattles another one home. 21 for Nathan Swank. He doesn't need a lot of time, and he has been smoking hot tonight. Lead sliced to 1, 37-36. On the wing left side, let's check Bryan here. Carter Brown, Sam Harold, Jace Kepler, Evan Cox, and Carter Dominic opening this fourth quarter. To the right side to Cox, foul line extended. 37-36 Bears on the Andres O'Neill Low scoreboard. Around to Cox it goes. Now on the attack, Harold, and he missed the lay-in. Rebound to Edgerton. Sam Harold will see that driving layup in his sleep later tonight. Uncontested. Bulldogs play for the lead now. Here's Everett in the lane. Pull up 5-footer in the lane. Bounce, no good. Rebound Bears. And the board to Kepler. A minute 15 into the fourth. 37-36 Bryan. Harold dribble handoff to Cox. Snaps it near side to Brown. Remember Langendorfer with 4 fouls. Brown had it taken away. Good hands by Swank, who lays it in. Nathan Swank, 23 of the 38. And it's Edgerton retaking the lead, 38-37, the first 5 of the fourth quarter to them. Nope, I thought maybe Brock Homeyer timeout. Fake pass, dribble drive, wave it off. It's a charge on Jace Kepler, his second. That'll be the 6th turnover for Bryan. Edgerton, good job sliding in to take that charge. Final in boys basketball, Ayersville 45, Eden 29. Here it's 38-37 Edgerton. And the Bulldogs' possession almost 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Everett's middle of the floor. Everett's crossing midcourt. Everett slicing to the rim. Layup, no good. Off the miss. Rebounded by Harold. And then did he turn it over? Yes. Everett's forced the backcourt turnover with a hustle play. And now Brock Homeyer gets that timeout. 6:01 left in regulation. 38-37 Bulldogs, back in 30 seconds.
U-Store Storage in Bryan has 44 new 10x20 storage units available on Edgerton Street in Bryan. With 24-hour access and well-lit facilities, U-Store Storage has a unit just for you. Residential and commercial warehouse space is also available. Looking for a storage unit in the Stryker area? Stryker Mini Storage on Industrial Drive has units as well. For all your storage needs, give U-Store Storage or Stryker Mini Storage a call at 419-636-2545.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Bryan tonight. It's opening night of boys basketball. We have had a close and competitive one here this evening, as we kind of thought when we scheduled it. 38-37, Edgerton with the lead right now. Bryan held a 6-point lead a couple of different times in the first half. Edgerton's biggest lead has been 3 tonight. It's at 1 right now. Timeout situation. Bryan with a pair of timeouts left, 4 remaining for Edgerton. Possession arrow right now favors Bryan. Off the inbounds, good closeout on Swank, who has 23 to lead everybody. Swank then into the lane, comes back to Everett, who has heated up a little bit here and has been really good on the defensive end. Everett gives to Blue after nearly losing the dribble. Closing out on him is Harold. Quentin Blue above that volleyball line, middle of the floor now. Handling it near midcourt. Here's Blue, turning the corner, lost the handle. Ill-advised turnover. 12 turnovers on the night for Edgerton, 15 for Bryan. Bears with a possession to get the lead back. Everett denies it away from Cox. Cox able to track it down. Now it's Kepler. Both teams hunting for improved years under second-year head coaches. Hand check, foul on Blue, his second. 6, though, now on Edgerton. Only 3 team fouls on Bryan. So if Bryan's able to get to the foul line and cash in, big-time advantage here in the fourth quarter with 5:09 remaining. 38-37 Bulldogs. Kepler to toss it in along the baseline. Kepler lofting it up for Dominic all the way out near out near the top of the key. Dominic, right side. Kepler, rise and fire 3, no good. Rebound Edgerton. Coming the other way. They get it ahead to Walkup. Walkup left it short on that attack baseline right. Little short arm on the 8-footer. Langendorfer, by the way, back in for Bryan, playing with 4 fouls. He'll go to Harold. 4:40 left in this one. 38-37 on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Edgerton. Cox for the lead back. Pull up 12-footer, no. Harold on the offensive glass, yes, and one. Sam Harold. That's what Sam Harold does to help Bryan basketball. Crash the glass, get the putbacks. He just picked up number 4 on Corey Herman. Walk up out, Krantz returns. Harold with 6 on the night. Trying to give himself 7. Can't do it. Rebound tipped by Dominic, but eventually grabbed by Herman of Edgerton. 39-38 Bryan. 4:20 left in this one. Blue weaves it into the hands of Herman, who has not scored tonight. Herman cross court, Swank from 23, no good. And the rebound to Carter Dominic. A one-and-done trip for Edgerton. Across midcourt, Kepler had it taken away. Good hands by Quentin Blue, forcing the 8th turnover of the second half. 17 on the night for Bryan. Here's Swank, spin dribble, and a foul. No, a carry. A carry on Swank. Back in, walk up for Herman, who has the 4 fouls. 3:55 left. Bryan 39, Edgerton 38. Not a bad opening act for the 22-23 season. Kepler cross court, gambled defensively by Swank. Right now it's gotten Edgerton out of position. The pull-up jumper no good though by Cox. Offensive rebound again, Kepler, and a charge on Jace Kepler. His 3rd. Corey Everett took the charge. That's the 3rd time in this second half Everett has done something on the defensive end. Herman for the offense comes back onto the floor with 3:41 to play. 39-38 Bryan. Blue and Cox jostling coming up the floor. Now it's Krantz, cross-court to Everett, who's been held to 7. Everett's in the lane, 14-footer below the foul line, no good. Rebound, Bryan. Nursing the 1-point lead. 3:20 to play. Kepler crosses midcourt, crossover dribble. Kepler in the lane, foul on the floor, and it'll put Kepler on the line. This is where Bryan can take advantage. That's 3 on Quentin Blue. Blue, walk up, and Swank with 3. Herman with 4. For Bryan, Kepler with 3. Langendorfer with 4. Kepler shoots 1 and 1. He's 2 for 2 at the foul line. That's 8 team fouls now on Edgerton. 4 on Bryan, so they have 2 to give. And Kepler missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound to Edgerton. They can grab the lead back. Krantz, Swank, shot fake, around Harold, into the lane, scoop to the hoop, no good. On the rebound, it's going to be a foul on Edgerton. Scotty Krantz, I believe. Yes. His third. And another trip to the foul line. Langendorfer to shoot 1-and-1. He has not been there. Right now, four of 10 at the foul line, Bryan. 5 of 10. Langendorfer misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Under 3 to go in regulation. 39-38 Bears. Edgerton possession. Bounce pass to the right to Swank. Harold getting physical with him. To the left point it comes to Herman. Herman shifts it now, touches it to Blue. Both teams have been man all night. Everett pulls the trigger, rainbow 3, front iron, no good. Ricochets out of bounds and will stay with the Bulldogs. With 2:38 left in this one. 39-38, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill no scoreboard. Out in front, Kepler tried to take it away from Everett. And now Cox from behind crashes into Quentin Blue. Just the second foul on Cox. Still not over the foul limit. That's the 15th foul on Bryan. So they have 1 to give with 2:34 remaining. Sideline inbounds for Herman. End of 3, girls varsity basketball. Wasion 26, Archibald 23. On the inbounds, it's Swank. Swank to Everett, to Blue. On the wing now to Herman. Herman touches it back to Blue, and Edgerton will reboot here. Blue directs traffic. Popping out on the right side, it's Herman. Herman now to Everett for the lead. In and out, no good for 3. And Kepler the rebound. Just 2 made field goals for Edgerton in this fourth quarter. Bryan, though, is only 1 of 6. Here's Kepler to the baseline to Harold. Shot fake, ducks inside, powers it home. Sam Harold. Really strong finish against Swank. 41-38, 1:43 to play. Swank a spin move in the lane. He'll scoop it up. Dominic got a piece of it. Carter Dominic. One of the big defensive plays of the night. 90 seconds to play. Bryan still with 1 foul to give. Keep that in mind as they have the 3-point lead. Bears spreading the floor. Kepler above the foul line. Bryan has missed back-to-back front ends of 1-and-1s. Here's Harold off the left side. Touches it off to Kepler. Kepler a reach in and a foul on Blue. That's his 4th. It's double bonus now. So Kepler shoots a pair. He's 2 for 3 at the line tonight. 1:13 remaining. 41-38 Bryan. Shooting 2, Jace Kepler. Good on the first one. That's big because it's a 2-possession lead right now. Timeout on the floor, Edgerton. They have 1 remaining. 42-38. Bears in front. Back in a moment.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Andy Brigle, happy to have you with us here on Thanksgiving weekend on this Friday night. It's our only game of the weekend, and it has been a good one, a competitive one. Bryan 42, Edgerton 38. Bears on the heels of a 1-21 year last year. Didn't get that win till January 22nd. Edgerton went 6-17 last year. Brock Homeyer for Bryan, Brett Grieser of Edgerton, now in their second seasons as head coach. Edgerton on 2 occasions has led by 6 tonight. Bryan on 2 occasions has led by 6 tonight. Edgerton's biggest lead has been 3. It's 4 right now. Kepler back to the line to shoot the back end of a 2-shot foul. They have readjusted timeout situation. They had miscounted, evidently. Edgerton has 3 timeouts. Bryan with 2 timeouts remaining. Kepler goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's 4 for 5 on the night, and the lead is 5. 43-38. Both teams have had to navigate foul trouble this evening. Nobody has fouled out yet. Blue guarded by Cox, and getting up into him too aggressively is Cox. He gets his 3rd. That's the last foul Bryan had to give. 60 seconds remaining. Langendorfer with 4. Kepler and Cox with 3 for Bryan. Blue and Herman with 4. Krantz and Swank with 3 for Edgerton. Into the backcourt it goes for Edgerton. Krantz ahead. Thought about a pull-up 3, now gives to Blue. Blue weaves it to Everett. Everett has been held to 7 tonight. Everett at the right elbow. Posting inside. It's muscled in by Swank. Nathan Swank taking his game inside there. Young man that has buried 5 threes tonight. Brings Edgerton to within a possession now at 43-40. We're staying right here. Again, the game reset. 43-40. Edgerton trailing Bryan. 2 timeouts left for both teams. 16 fouls on Bryan, 10 on Edgerton. Possession arrow, if we have a held ball, does belong to the Golden Bears. Breaking the huddle for Bryan. Carter Dominic, Sam Harold, Evan Cox, Maddox Langendorfer, Jace Kepler. Edgerton counters with Joel Walkup, Quentin Blue, Scotty Krantz, Corey Herman, and Corey Everett. No Swank. They don't want Swank to pick up a 4th foul here. Inbounds comes to Kepler. Kepler up the sideline, across midcourt and into the half court. Now they'll spread it. 40 seconds and counting. Here's Harold and a reach around, and that'll be number 4 on Walkup. And Harold to the line to shoot a pair. Sam Harold 2 for 3 at the foul line tonight. South Range 35-0 over Liberty Center tonight. Liberty just running into a buzz wall here tonight. 2 shots, Sam Harold. 36 seconds left. Buries the first one. Bryan hitting some free throws now after missing back-to-back front ends of 1-1 earlier in the quarter. 2-possession game. 44-40 Bryan. Next one. Drilled by Harold. He's 5 of 6 at the line. 45-40 Bryan. Everett picks up his dribble, gets it to Blue. And do we have a little nickel and dimer? We do on Kepler, his 4th. 1-1, Quentin Blue. With 30 seconds to play. Blue 2 for 2 at the line. Blue, front end, no good. Rebound, Sam Harold. Boy, he has done the little things tonight for Bryan. Kepler jump pass ahead to Cox. Just as that pass was delivered, a Bears timeout. 45-40 Bryan, 22 seconds to play. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paul Rorick Jr. at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio. We hope that you and your family will have the best that the holiday season affords. The best of health, the best of family, and the best of happiness. The Fackler Monument Company sincerely wishes that you and your loved ones are safe this season and that the coming year will bring you success and happiness. Have a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years from Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Back out here in Bryan. We'll see if it's to the finish. 22.8 remaining in regulation. Bears 45 and the Bulldogs 40. It'll be Bryan inbounds in the backcourt on the sideline. It'll be Carter Dominic to throw it in. Dominic throws it away. Turned over. Reverse layup is good. How about that sequence? Dominic threw it towards the Edgerton basket. Blue got the steal and the lay-in. And Quentin Blue, reverse layup, has made it a one-possession game. Wow. 45-42. Bryan in front. Both teams with a timeout remaining. We're staying right here. Coverage tonight also brought to you by Yarger Flagle Investment Services of Edgerton. IRAs, 401ks, pension rollovers, mutual funds, life insurance, variable annuities, 529 college funding, and more. 298-2000, the number to call for Yarger Flagle Investment Services of Edgerton. Terrific matchup tonight. 45-42 Bears. Cox to inbounds. He's out there with Dominic, Kepler, Harold, and Langendorfer. Edgerton counters with Herman, Blue, Krantz, Everett, and Swank. Really good atmosphere on opening night. Inbounds Harold. Now to Cox. Here comes the foul to be given. It's Krantz on the wraparound, his fourth. 2 shots for Evan Cox. He has not been at the line tonight. 16 seconds remaining. You're listening to boys basketball on WBNO-FM in Bryan. Big free throws here. Trying to get Bryan to a 2-possession lead again. Missed the first one. 45-42. Again, 1 timeout remaining, both teams. Cox with 11 tonight. And he got the soft bounce on the second one, and it went in. 46-42. Edgerton's got to hurry. Here's Blue with 11, with 10. Blue to the basket. Layup is good. And Edgerton will use their last timeout with 7.3 remaining. We're going to stay right here. 46-44. It's a full timeout, but we're still going to keep it right here. 46-44. Bryan with the lead. They'll be inbounding from underneath the Edgerton basket. Both coaches got to love what they have seen out of their teams tonight here. They have played well in spots. Do both teams have too many turnovers? Sure they do. Both teams shoot the basketball, and they will be. They both, in moments in the game, in streaky fashion, have shot pretty well tonight. They've had other moments as well, as we said, some wasted possessions with some turnovers tonight. But on heels of a 1-21 year for Bryan and 6-17 for Edgerton, much, much more positive tonight than negative. Dominic, Cox, Langendorfer, Kepler, and Harold. Cox to inbounds. Edgerton counters with Swank, Everett, Blue, Krantz, and Herman. No timeouts left for Edgerton. 1 for Bryan with 7.3. They will not guard the inbounds. They're going to double Kepler, at least for now, or have Krantz play center field. Cox brings it in. Denied away by Edgerton. Swank the steal. Stolen back by Cox. Scramble. Loose ball. Jump ball. No. Harold got the possession and called timeout. Near disaster. Swank got the steal, right? Swank got the steal, but then it was poked away from behind, and then all kinds of bodies on the floor. Harold snatching it away from everybody. Strong arms, strong hands. He gets the ball. He gets the timeout. 1.5 remaining in a 46-44 game. Bryan will inbounds with the lead. Neither team with a timeout. This is where you go home run ball. This is where you send somebody deep, and worst case scenario, I mean, you get it in play. You don't throw it too far where the Ball sails out of bounds. The length of the floor pass, and nobody touches it, and then Edgerton gets the basketball. But this is where you send people long and you at least get it into the back end. And then if Edgerton does happen to get a steal, boy, they got to launch a three-quarter to half-court bomb to try to beat you. You don't want any inbounds near the Edgerton basket. Same lineups for both teams. 1.5 remaining. Dominic now on the inbounds. They'll stack the Bears four up and down vertically. Dominic, bounce pass into Kepler, fouled with 0.7 remaining. Quentin Blue is fouled out. He'll finish with 12. To the line will be Jace Kepler to shoot a pair. He's 4 for 5 at the line. Trying to see who they were going to send in. It's Joe Walkup. Using his entire time was Brett Greaser. Check that. It is Krantz in for Blue. Liberty eliminated tonight officially, 35-0. So it's Krantz that's in. Kepler, again, 4 for 5 at the line. 0.7 remaining. He can officially ice it if he's able to connect on both of them. Opening night for both teams. Kepler has it. Bends, sends. Short. Remember, no timeouts. No timeouts for either team. 0.7. You still can catch and release. Second one, good. 47-44, three-quarter court, Swank is short, and the Bears survive. Opening night win for Bryan. Really good game tonight, competitive both ways. 47-44. We'll take our final timeout and be back with a wrap-up.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Import cars and trucks are amazing, but fixing them creates a dilemma. Do you go to the city for service and repairs? Well, it's time for a change. Jason Dietz Automotive Services on State Route 6, just east of Edgerton, is the answer. If you own a Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, or any other Asian or European vehicle, Jason Dietz Automotive Services has you covered. With over 30 years of experience on imports, Dave Brown and Sam Bailey are the experts that can fix it right the first time. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem your last mechanic couldn't, call 419-298-0777 and make your appointment today.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you looking for a realtor that will put your wants and needs first? Whether you're looking for a new home or selling your current home, I am with you every step of the way. If you're selling, I will do a comparative market analysis for you so you know what your home should sell for, and I will market your home using the most up-to-date methods available. If you're ready to buy a home, I will go out of my way to get you in the home of your dreams. I work around your schedule and provide you with all the information you need to make the best home buying decision. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. Also, as a Christian-based business, when you buy or sell a home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Welcome back to Bryan, where the Bears survived tonight, win a close one all night long tonight. A game where the biggest lead was Bears by 6, Edgerton led by 3, and that's what the final margin ended up being. Bryan wins it 47-44. 2 in double figures for the Bears. Evan Cox led the way with 12. Sam Harold finished with 10. Jace Kepler 9. Carter Dominic 7. Maddox Langander for 4. For the total of 47. 3 kids scored for Edgerton. Nathan Swank led everybody tonight with 25. Quentin Blue 12. Corey Everett scored 7 tonight. Shooting the basketball, Edgerton was 17 of 42, including 5 of 17 from the three-point line. Bryan much more efficient, just under 50%, 16 of 33 and 2 of 7 from the three-point line. Bears made just enough free throws. They were 11 of 19 at the foul line. Edgerton was 5 of 10 at the foul line. Bryan, they both need to clean up turnovers, but Bryan much more so. 19 turnovers on the night for the Bears. Edgerton finished with 13 tonight. Bryan dominated the glass 26-15, the edge there. All of that adding up to a Bryan win. They start 1-0. They're back at it tomorrow night at Tenora, while Edgerton will be off until they host Archibald coming up on Thursday. Matter of fact, this road game for Edgerton, they don't play another road game until that first week of January in the new year. They host the 49 Classic, and it's just one of those things where they're on a lengthy homestand. Our best one tire and service, best play of the night, the late play of Sam Harold and that gritty play down in the painted area to help Bryan win this game. That will be our best one tire and service, best play of the night. That'll do it for us. Our final on opening night of boys basketball. Bryan 47, Edgerton 44. The Midwest Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard show starts now. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. This is B-Rock Sports.